Micah Parsons has been all in this offseason. On the field, it's the same approach. Parsons just one of 3 players since sacks became official in 1982 with 40 sacks and 200 tackles in his first 3 seasons. Look at the list he joins. Hall of Famers and the late great ones. Reggie White and Derek Thomas. Not many people can wreck the game like Micah.
How would you define what a game wrecker is?
A game wrecker is a person, the offenses put that circle around you and saying, this is a guy that we have to stop.
Back to throw, look at, oh, he's chased. Parsons has got him again.
You have to take over the game. You have to make people fear what you are.
When I say the name Micah Parsons, what's the first word or thought that comes to your mind?
Girl, the brother can run.
Parsons coming. Parsons got him.
He can put one foot in front of the other. They put fear in your heart.
Flushed out by Parsons. Sacked by Parsons.
He has to work on a couple other things.
Such as?
His inside move and his power move. But let me tell you, when he turns that corner and that offensive tackle starts leaning, he throws them across like a sack of potatoes. I'm amazed with some of the moves he makes.
Let's go!
It's almost like if you got a rubber band and you sort of pulled it back as far as you can, like a bow and arrow, and you just let it go. He did that every play.
Is there a play that comes to mind that really defines Micah Parsons as a game wrecker?
One play that I saw with Micah, he goes underneath, runs right into the guard, and he beats the guard. And then there's a running back right there. And so he ends up beating the running back and gets a sack.
He's hit. He's sacked by Parsons.
He lines up inside of a guard, and before they can blink, he's through the hole. And that's what LT did.
Yeah, you mine, baby.
And I still don't understand how they can just line up and before they blink an eye, they throw.
Hey, baby, let's go out there like a bunch of crazy dogs. Have some fun.
I'll take you back to Bill Parcells, and I heard Lawrence Taylor stories every day about how to play with a tenacity. We always said, turn up the radio and make it as loud as possible. And that's what Lawrence Taylor did. With Micah, he has all the tools. The tools of the Lawrence Taylor are neck to get to the quarterback. If Micah can be consistent this whole year, that's when he gets that Lawrence Taylor factor.
Pressure. Good night, nurse. Parsons.
What is he talking about?
Without a doubt, there was no question Lawrence Taylor changed the way that position was played. How has Micah Parsons done that for this generation?
He's sacked by Parsons.
Teams are trying to draft players like Micah that can play outside, inside, right or left. And so that means that he's already changed the game. The only thing he has to do to seal his legacy is win a Super Bowl. If he can win a Super Bowl, let me tell you, untouchable.
Wow. When those two legends talk about Micah Parsons and they bring up Lawrence Taylor, my goodness, back here with Mina as well as Sam. Acho, now you just heard them use the word untouchable if Parsons wins a Super Bowl ring. Do you agree with that statement?
Not yet. Not yet. The reason why is I go towards, number one, the longevity of what it looks like. You look at a guy like DeMarcus Ware, 12-year NFL career, 9 in Dallas, 3 in Denver, and a Super Bowl. I think about the plays he was able to make, right? Over an extended period of time, and also in the playoffs, too, right? Like, Micah Parsons has shown up in the regular season year after year after year. Now start doing it in the playoffs, and maybe that's what they're talking about. Man, you be the reason why your team wins. Think about Von Miller when he was with the Broncos and him taking that ball from Cam Newton in the Super Bowl. Plays like that are the plays you remember. And so all those things are elite and electric. I want to see it over a long period of time, a sustained period of time. but also in the postseason when it matters most.
Mina, we see the graphic with the impact in the regular season as well as the postseason. Micah is great in the regular season, but what concerns do you have for the rest of this Cowboys defense?
Yeah. Well, last year they were dominant, not just Parsons, but as a whole, the unit was dominant during the regular season. Then you saw some cracks as the year went on, culminating in the disappointment in the playoffs, which can be attributed to a few things, but I'll boil it down to the simplest reason: they ran out of linebackers, Kevin. They were playing, a lot of dime, putting 3 safeties out there, doing whatever they could to account for the injuries that they had at the second level, but it wasn't enough. So their big signing this offseason, really their only signing in free agency of note, was bringing in Eric Kendricks, reuniting him with their new defensive coordinator, Mike Zimmer. I thought that was a good move, but I question whether it's enough given the issues that they had with depth there. In the draft, in the first round, they go offensive line. Second round, they take a pass rusher, which was not an area of need for them. And while the Cowboys have drafted very well, so I'm kind of reluctant to question some of their choices, I do question whether or not we might see this same issue with them again, stopping the run, going up against teams that put lots of tight ends on the field, like what Buffalo did to them also at the end of the season. I think that could be an issue, as much talent as they have on that defensive line.
You mentioned a phrase, is it enough? And Cowboy fans have been asking that. The Cowboys rank last in free agency spending this year, just $13 million committed to free agents. That is $19 million less than the next lowest team, the Saints at $32 million. My goodness, good luck, Dallas. Still